Hey guys, what's up? How you doing? Thanks so much for joining me. In today's video, we're going to be talking all about newest retro palette by Natasha Denona. She's pretty. I am very excited to show you this palette. I'm going to be doing 3 eye looks with this. So if you're interested, just keep on watching. Alright you guys, so let's begin. And as mentioned, we're going to be talking all about the retro palette by Natasha. Newest release by her. Very excited. If you can see, it is one of her mighty palettes, which is really good. I love when she releases mighty palettes because you get the best, you know, for your buck. I love that you can get to try her formulation without paying an arm and a leg for a palette. Especially if you're a beauty lover, a makeup lover, then you can have a little bit, you know, bits and pieces of her without really investing a ton. This palette is already available at Sephora. It retails for 87 Canadian dollars, 65 US, and it is a mighty size must-have eyeshadow palette. It features 15 romantic burgundy and mauve shades combined with gray browns, taupes, dusty roses, and vintage pinks. Perfect to create a romantic retro-inspired look. Any maximum color payoff with minimal effort. These shades blend seamlessly so you can achieve vibrant, ultra-pigmented, long-lasting looks. The richly pressed pigment shadows in this palette lift the skin with an optimum look and texture and comfortable all-day wear. I want to add that this palette, when I saw it, it really reminded me of her Lila palette, which I don't currently own. I know that 2 of the shades are actually repeats in the lilac. So we have the Nude Mauve and Amara. So I think that's how you say it. Yeah. So Nude Mauve, this one right here, and Amara, they're both currently in her Lila palette. Only those 2 shades are repeats from other palettes of her. And other than that, I also wanted to mention that in this palette, she actually has a lot of cream to powder formula, which if you're not a big fan of them, then you may not like this. But I've never seen a mighty with this many, you know, cream to powder formula. I'm not bothered by them. I feel like they're very good. The darker the shade, the harder it gets to like blend. Let's go ahead and move on to the 3 eye looks that I created. I'm gonna also share some natural lighting swatches. I didn't want to do indoor swatches this time because those ones are very deceiving with my lighting. I'm trying to figure things out with a new lens that I got, so I'm not sure if it's really true to color. So I'm going to insert indoor swatches and outdoor swatches just in case, and little clips of videos of swatching the palette after I do my 3 looks. So I'm gonna come back for final thoughts at the end. already friends. So the two first looks that I created, I wanted them to be a little bit more plumpy, a little bit more purplish. So that's you know, what I went ahead and did. With the second eye look, I wanted to use this really cool tone shade, which is called Jod. And it is actually a beautiful and soft shade. You can see how pigmented that is. So I was happy with actually all three shades. For my final look, I wanted something more natural. I wanted to show you what I would do for, you know, everyday going to work kind of thing without having a ton in my outer V. So this time I went ahead and I made sure that I didn't apply any dark shade on my outer V, you know, just to make it office friendly, everyday kind of friendly. But yeah, I was happy with the three looks that I created with this palette. I have zero complaints. I was actually very happy with every single shade. I think they're all very buttery, very soft, very, you know, in line with Natasha Denona's quality. I don't feel like this is very similar to any of other palettes of her when we're talking about the Mighties. I like that this is a cool tone palette but with mauves and burgundies. I know that this isn't the retro palette that a lot of us had in mind, including me. When I think of retro, I think of those greens and grays and pinks, not burgundies and mauves. She mentioned that it was an extension, but going away from those greens and pinks. I'll show you a picture. I was looking for my Mighty Retro everywhere, my mini one, and I couldn't find it. I apologize, but anyhow, that's that one. And yeah, I was thinking that it was gonna, you know, she was gonna kept those pinks and greens and like grayish tones, but she said no. She just wants a burgundy and, you know, mauves and another kind of palette. So this is what we get. This is what we have. I think it is beautiful. I'm happy with this color story. I feel like it's very appropriate, you know, for fall. In any case, I'm still heartbroken. I'm not gonna lie. I was expecting the pinks, the greens, and the grays in this palette. And I really hope that she does extend that one at some point. But yeah, I think this is pretty. This is beautiful for fall. So let's just, you know, for fun, let's talk about the Love palette. I feel like it has, again, you know, they got nothing to do with each other. They're very different palettes. This is more pinks and like straight up purples. In here you get a lot of mauves and burgundy shades. This is like a sister of the Glam palette because it's also cool tone, but I say a sister in the burgundy and mauves, you know, route. So yeah, that's what I feel like she did with this palette. Bronze, nothing at all. Sunrise, let's see, sunrise, yeah, this is Summer Goodness, nothing. And then the newest one, which is her Sendo palette, which is a very colorful and rainbow palette. Again, we can be here all day and swatch palette by palette, but you know, you get the idea. You get the idea that this is a unique palette. It is a complete color story, a complete different thing that she did here. If you love those burgundy, those mauve shades, I do highly recommend them. I really love this glitz shade, this pink shade. I think is so stunning. This is the one that I have all over my inner corner, and I feel like it is so pretty. I love it. And I also really like psychedelic, the middle shade, which is also a pink. I really like pink shades, but this one is more, you can see it's very intense. You get a lot of glitter throughout, but it is so pretty. I am excited to continue to try this palette and to come up with more, you know, different looks. I feel like it is very day-to-day friendly for the upcoming season, but you can take it really glam if you needed to. So beautiful job, no complaints, happy with this palette as usual by Natasha. Let me know your thoughts. I would love to know what you think of the palette. Did you pick it up? Are you gonna skip? Do you love this whole color story? Any thoughts, just drop it below. Thanks so much you guys for your love and support. Do not forget to share, like, and subscribe, and I'll catch you next time. Bye!